Oh my, am I delighted to be here today in the Wolf Audio Systems Sadurni room. We're here at Exponent 2019. I'm here with Joe from Wolf Audio and Jorge from Sadurni. You guys have some outstanding sound. We were just listening to The Girl from Ipanema, and it was just stunning, and goosebumps are still on my flesh from it. So what's giving it so much magic? Jorge, tell us just a little bit about the Staccato XTs before we go into the Wolf.
Well, this is the new model. This is Staccato GT, which is a smaller version of the original Staccato. Yeah, GT was sporty, sort of look. We upgraded everything this time. The speaker is a little bit smaller. It fits in smaller rooms. The horn goes from 140 hertz. That's a design, but in room you'll be getting 120, 115 hertz. It's beautifully chromed.
It is beautiful.
We have a time alignment gauge, which is actually a micrometer, so we can align everything perfectly, and then go back to the same alignment that we want. The subwoofers are the same. We're not messing with that, and the drivers are a little bit different indeed. So, but it's sounding they gelled up good. Of course, the rest of the system is wonderful, and of course, Joe here is gonna.
Yeah, Joe, tell us about it. Yeah, please do.
Well, and let's cover the rest of the system really quick. So, linear tube audio, their new microzonal preamplifier is fantastic. Really enjoying that. Big favor to us, we were lent the Siegfried by David Berning, which is one of, I think, 5 300B tubes that he ever made. 5 watts, which is more than enough to drive these horns. So, really. Fantastic sounding amp. One of my personal favorites, the Air QX520 DAC, and driving it is our new Wolf Audio Systems Alpha 3 XS server, which the XS stands for Exemplar and Stillpoints, who both companies collaborated with me on this step up in our Alpha 3 line. We're also going to be taking some of that technology to the Red Wolf 2 and also to the Luna. So we will probably have XS versions of those in the coming months. What that means, what we've done is we've taken Stillpoints standoffs that a lot of people use for high-end amplifiers and other devices, and all of the components inside the case are sitting on those Stillpoints standoffs. Then John Tucker, Exemplar Audio, brilliant guy, hardware engineer, different materials that he uses for RF and EMI management inside cases and systems. We worked with him to really dial in how an audio server should sound. Further, Wolf Audio Systems has always been more of a Windows machine, and that was because we liked giving people all of the capabilities. You needed to be able to go out on the web. You needed to be able to use high-powered applications and install the applications that you want and switch between J Rivers Media Center, Roon, Audervana, Armara. We prefer and we typically ship Roon and J River both on our systems, but you have options, and that's always been a big thing and why we stayed with Windows. Now, and over the last year, we've been working on a Linux OS that is our very own. We are now moving all Wolf Audio Systems to a Linux platform. You have all of the capabilities of a headless unit like other digital audio players. You have the tablet interface, but when you go and plug in an HDMI cable, you actually get a GUI. You get a graphical user interface. You can access the web. You can rip CDs and other discs. You can install other software, and of course with our support, we will help you do it. Kind of sticking to our mission of putting tools in audiophiles' hands for digital audio. Rather than needing to have 3 or 4 devices to be a digital audio listener, it's all in one box. To that end, our flux capacitor card, which I don't know that I've talked about with you guys, but we've come up with a 24 megahertz OCXO clock that clocks the USB audio signal. And what that has done is made the sound a heck of a lot more natural, more laid back sounding. So we're pretty proud of that. Audience's front row cables. Some of my Audience has been one of my favorite cable manufacturers. They really top themselves with the front row. Just phenomenal stuff, beautiful sounding, a definite upgrade from the SX. Also, Stillpoints rack, Stillpoints aperture panels. As you know, one of the best room accompaniments that you can use.
Agreed.
So then, of course, audience power conditioning, and you see the subwoofers and everything has Stillpoints underneath it. So very integral part of the room.
Well, good. Well, let's do some listening, okay?
I sat within the barley green, I sat me with my true love. My sad heart strove the two between, the old love and the new love. The old for her, the new that made me think on island while soft the wind blew down the glade and shook the golden barley. 'Twas hard the woeful words to frame, to break the ties that bound us, and harder still to bear the shame of foreign chains around us. And so I said, the mountain glen I'll meet at morning early, and I'll join the bold united men, while soft winds shook the barley. 'Twas said I kissed away her tears, my fond arm round her flinging, when a foreman shuffler stung our ears, from out the wild woods ringing. A bullet pierced my true love's side, in life's young spring so early, and on my breast in blood she died, while soft winds shook the barley. But blood for blood, without remorse, I've tammer to Turtalo. I've lain my true love's clay-like corpse, where I'll fall soon must follow. Around her grave I've wandered drear, in night and morning early, with breaking heart when near I hear the wind that shakes the barley.
Wow. Just, oh, my goodness gracious. Lisa Gerard was just in the room with us on that. It's spookily realistic. The analog quality of the digital server is just off the scale. It's just stunning, stunning sound. You've really come so far. We've been following you for several years now, and you've really come into your own. I have to say that this is some of the best sound I've ever heard from a Wolf audio system. It's just outstanding.
Thank you.
The tone was there, the transient response was there, and the body of the singer was right here in the room. And boy, you're hitting a home run today. It's just wonderful. So I urge you viewers, if you're into analog-like sound and you're looking for your ultimate server, look no further. Joe Kirby from Wolf Audio Systems, thank you very much.
Thank you.